Right, hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today we're going to be discussing the huge GameSir G7 Pro controller issue. Now, not directly a problem with the controller, but more so a direct problem with actually getting the controller. Because yes, the G7 Pro controller, the wired version, the wireless is not available yet, but it will be very, very soon. At least we think so. But anyway, the G7 Pro, the GameSir G7 Pro, sorry, was supposed to have released literally three days ago. On the 22nd of July, it was supposed to have released and been shipped to anyone and everyone who pre-ordered the controller, and that doesn't seem to be the case. I myself am personally still waiting for my controller, and I want to talk about that today and talk about the information that has come about what is actually going on and why we haven't seen our controllers for those who have pre-ordered. You know, where is my G7 Pro controller? Some of you are probably sitting there saying. I want to kind of share with you guys the information that isn't really publicly available, and emails and stuff to the people who have gone and pre-ordered the controller aren't really clear either. So me personally, I have an email stating that my G7 Pro was pre-ordered, etc. Like everyone else got, you know, confirmation that you got it pre-ordered. And I'll flash it on your screen here. This is the email received. It says, "Dear GameSir fan, your G7 Pro order is currently in queue and will be shipped soon. Our warehouse team is working at full capacity to process, pack, and dispatch the orders, etc. Once your order is shipped, you'll receive a notification email with your tracking number. Yada, yada, yada. I have not received a tracking number. I have no idea what is going on specifically with my pre-order, the G7 Pro. And the reason I wanted to get this controller is because, one, crazy timing, my controller broke, so the best timing in the world that I've actually pre-ordered this. Two, this is my first taste at using a GameSir Pro controller, and I read a lot of things about this. There's a lot of features that I like about this controller. I wanted to use it, review it, and test it, and even possibly give you guys settings for it. As you guys know, obviously I've been a user of the Elite Series controller for a long time here on Xbox, but I wanted to spice it up. I wanted to try something different, and the G7 Pro, I think, is going to be a controller that's going to do it for me. But I have not received that controller yet, and I was wondering myself, where is it? What's going on? I didn't really contact them myself to try and find out. I just kind of expected my controller would arrive on the 22nd, and I haven't received an email saying that it was delayed or anything either. So you have to go out there and find your information yourself. But I do have the information for you guys who are looking for it, so I'll kind of share it with you. If you are one of the people looking to pre-order your G7 Pro controller, or have got it on pre-order and are wondering where the hell it is. But let's start with the GameSir Reddit. Yes, this is a random Reddit that appeared. I don't actually follow this Reddit, but it appeared in my feed. Maybe because I was looking at GameSir controllers, you know, ads sort of thing and stuff. Reddit promoted it to me. And basically, there's a long list of stuff here that showcases what's been going on. So I'll start with the first one, which is a guy made a post saying, "GameSir driving me crazy." It's the same email that I just shared with you guys, saying that your order is in queue and will be shipped soon. But in this, we do actually get a response as to what's going on here, because everyone's upset, right? It was pre-ordered. It was supposed to release on the 22nd July, and people haven't got their pre-orders, even though they've paid for it. And it isn't a good look, right? For me personally, I haven't ever bought a GameSir product, and I bought it officially through GameSir itself, and I still haven't got the product, you know, when it was supposed to release. It's not a very good look. I'm still going to be patient, you know, because I want to try the controller. I think there's going to be good things with it, but it's a little bit disappointing as a first look into this company as to, you know, how they handle things and stuff. Especially as the pre-order, the game people who pre-ordered as well from the GameSir site are specifically supposed to get the controller first. I do believe people in Amazon people in the US, sorry, not people in Amazon, people in the US who ordered through Amazon specifically, because it was available for a little time, and I don't know how many people got them, probably about a few hundred people, maybe 1,000, managed to pre-order this controller or buy the controller on the day of release on Amazon in the US and get their controller. So there are some people who do actually have this controller, but not through GameSir itself, from Amazon. I know some people might be getting their GameSir controllers now, but not everyone. But anyway, back to the post. So the post states about how upset they are and annoyed they are, and, you know, they feel cheated and no faceplate or USB is going to fix it. So they're talking about, you know, compensation, because obviously you expected it in 22nd of July. But they did get a response from a GameSir rep, okay? So it's from a guy called Leo, and I'll go through this as best I can without talking for too long. But he says the factory and warehouse situation is BS and there's misinformation all over the place. So it sounds like a lot of confusion going on, but it's really unfair that you guys who pre-ordered need to get through this terrible release. I just talked to the warehouse today, and obviously there are still difficulties in finishing shipping everything in a day or two. About the previous situation on Amazon sales, so he's discussing how people managed to get the controller on Amazon before people pre-ordered through GameSir themselves. But still, the situation is tough. It's hard for people who pre-order in the US to defeat the delivery time on Amazon, so something must be done. I will gather everything, including my boss today, to come up with a solution for this situation. As community manager, I sincerely hope players can be treated nicely, but our teams, including me, can fail to coordinate and accomplish simple requests, which I'm extremely ashamed of. I will say, if there's anything we can do today after the meeting, the first few thousand white G7 Pro controllers have been sent to the carrier today. but the black ones are still stuck. And that's unfortunate for me because I am one of the people who pre-ordered the black controller of the GameSir controller. If you've ordered the black ones though, it could be a positive news because we've shifted our production schedule on the Black 7G Pros to the white ones and stopped the black version sales on our website. So the black controller, the black version of the Pro controller, is no longer orderable. You cannot get that controller. It's not pre-orderable. You cannot get it. Thus saving our supplyability on the white version alone. All the players who pre-order the black version shall see that it becomes a pre-order exclusive version for a long time. So the controller I have might be deemed rare, which is cool in a way, but I'm going to be honest, I just want the controller, you know? I don't care if it's rare or not. I just want to play with it. I'm not one of those people who's going to resell it. I know there's going to be people out there who might do that sort of thing. Cool, you know, maybe some people collect the controllers, etc. I just want to play with the damn thing, you know? I want to see what all these features are about, see if GameSir is the next elite type controller or pro controller that I want to get into and start using. But anyway, it says, sorry that I'm unable to respond to all the comments right now, but do let me know the latest situation and tell you what you want to know. So he did respond. At least that's better than most companies, I will say that. Obviously I've dealt with a few companies in the past with different things, and most of the time they're pretty terrible at responding and stuff, but at least he responded and actually acknowledged some community feedback, even though he wasn't even added specifically. So that's nice to see. So it's a good impression for me personally from the company's point of view that they do actually take this stuff very seriously, which is nice to see. But again, still disappointing. So at the moment, people aren't getting the controller. People have pre-ordered the controller and just simply are not getting the controller. And it looks like, you know, the black version of the controller is now going to be a rare controller and is going to be not available to people for some time, which might be disappointing for some people who are probably looking to buy it maybe on the release day. I don't know what the situation with Amazon is on that. Like, are Amazon going to get the black version of the controller and the white version, or are they just getting the white version of the controller and people are just going to be able to buy that one when it's available? Which I do know there is information out there that in August 10th for Amazon is when the controller will be available. And again, it's the Pro controller that is wired, okay? I want to say that specifically because some of you might be looking for the wireless version. The wireless version is currently not pre-orderable or orderable whatsoever. I don't know when that's going to be. Obviously, we've got this issue to deal with at the moment, so most likely it will be a little bit of time, but not too much time. But from what I understand as well, I've seen information saying that it could be the next 5 to 7 days is when these controllers start actually shipping out, but that's the rumor, you know, nothing concrete yet. We haven't seen anything. And again, it's a little bit disappointing, but I wanted to make this video to kind of show you guys what's going on. Again, it's not been publicly put out there unless they've got a Twitter account that said it or something. I don't follow their Twitter account. I don't follow their socials, etc. I just saw this controller. I've seen the hype. A lot of you guys have been telling me in the comments about this controller. Obviously, I've spoken about it in the comments as well, but mainly when I've done those Elite controller videos because, yes, I've been using the Xbox Elite Series controller for a very long time. One of the biggest issues I've ever had with the Elite Series controllers or line of the controllers is the durability. The amount of times I've had to replace them. I like the stuff that the Elite Series controller does. Like every single feature it has, I think it's fantastic. Same with accessories. But I thought it was time to change because I can't be sitting here spending £150 each year or buying a new warranty or, you know, waiting for that warranty, you know, to be used that warranty to then replace the controller or get the controller fixed. It's just not a good way to sell a controller, you know. I can't speak highly of that on the Elite controller, unfortunately. It's one of the biggest pet peeves of it because it does ruin a lot of things for me. It ruins my ability to go and play the games that I want to play. At the moment, I'm currently still using a kind of broken controller. Like, it's a broken one from the past, and you guys might have seen my video about how to fix the stick drift, sorry, on Elite Series controllers, which shouldn't be a problem with the GameSir controller, from my understanding, with the TMR sticks that also basically just eliminate the problem of stick drift, which I am all for. Like, that is one of the big pluses for me. It's got other features as well, which I'm quite happy to see. I don't know if the 1000 hertz latency is actually going to work on Xbox. I don't believe it will, but there might be a way to make it work, so we'll see when I get the controller. But yes, you guys want to see in the future, I have that controller on pre-order. It will be coming at some point, again, hopefully in the next 5 to 7 days, I'm hoping. And I will be posting about it. I'll probably do a review first and then probably a second video talking about settings and stuff. And if you guys want to see that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I will be posting about that controller. You guys have seen in the past, maybe some of you haven't, but I've done controller guides in the past. I've obviously given my input and opinion about the Elite Series controller mainly and the Elite Series core. But it's time to move on. We're going to move on to the GameSir controller and see what it's all about. See if it's worth the hype. See if it's worth the price tag, which isn't very expensive. It's only a £90 controller. Again, a big plus point. It's cheaper than the Elite Series controller. Does have less accessories and less selling points than the Elite Series controller. But I do think there's also some bonuses and plus points that the GameSir has over the Elite Series controller. But You guys let me know down below. Are you still waiting for your G7 Pro controller? Have you already got it? Let me know how it is if you do have it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, notifications on, and catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.